Alright, good morning, everybody. What is it today? The 9/16, September 16, 2021. Yep, it's another day, man. What is it? Fucking Thursday. Almost end of the week, man. Almost end of the week. Another week almost done, man. You gotta be grateful, man, that we're still here. Here for another week, man. I feel like a lot of people are not grateful at all, you know what I mean? Especially in America. I mean, sometimes that's me too, but what I mean when I say that is like, if you live in America, man, you're like hella above the rest of the world, honestly. Because man, the problems we go through is like some first world problem stuff. It's not even like some that big compared to like if you look at what other people are going through in other countries. Cause man, like honestly, if you just got like a minimum wage ass job that can like, even if it barely supports you, barely make rent, barely buy food, you're still doing very, very good, very, very good compared to the rest of the world. Because man, you can buy, you can go to McDonald's, go to a dollar menu, man, but get like a cheeseburger for like $1 or whatever. I don't know how much it costs, but it's like $1 something. I'm assuming, and that could be your meal for today. You can survive off that, you know. A lot of other countries though, man, it's way worse. Like people be like in America, we don't really have to worry about when's our next meal coming. Honestly, very like honestly, because like at last resort, you can like go buy some cheap ass food anywhere. Like I said, McDonald's has some cheap ass food. You can go to fucking 7-Eleven, man. They have like a whole pizza for like $5. What the fuck? That's so cheap. And there's like microwavable food that's like $5, and you get like a whole dinner that can like feed you for that day. You know, like we're not really like struggling compared to the world, because the world, they don't have that at all. They're like eating like, I don't know, when they wake up in other parts of the world, some third world countries, they be waking up, they don't even know what they're gonna eat for that day. They don't even know, man. You know, so like the fact that we can like get food easily, you know, like honestly, you can pay like $1 something to get a cheeseburger. Imagine that. You get bread, cheese, and a patty. Like that's all already done for like $1 something. That's like a good ass deal. Someone made that bread, grew the freaking wheat, baked that shit. Someone got the dairy milk from a cow, pasteurized it, whatever the hell they do it, made the cheese, and then someone raised a cow, killed it, and made the patty, man. All that for like $1 something. Like you just gotta work an hour at a job, and you can afford that. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, man. And we got clean water too. Like I can literally go to my sink right now and just drink that water. I don't have to get no bottled water. I don't have to buy water. That water in my sink is perfectly fine. You know, the tap water is perfectly clean to drink. I could just survive off that. But we also have the luxury of buying bottled water. Like, isn't that freaking crazy? Water is free. It's everywhere. It rains from the sky, and we can just buy. And we have some fucking water that's bottled in a plastic bottle. Like, that's fucking crazy that we have that, you know. Other places in the world, man, they be struggling. They don't even have water. Like if you look at Africa, they walk for. Well, I'm not very educated. This might be kind of ignorant, but I'm pretty sure they walk for like miles looking for water. I've seen a while back some documentaries and photos of like children just walking for miles and miles and miles to get to like a water pump, and they pump up their water and stuff. You know, us in America, we just go to our sink and get some water. And honestly, if you're struggling, really struggling, you could just go to like any fast food restaurant, like John's, like, hey, can I get a water cup and fill up some water? But you know, or you get some soda. No one really cares, you know. But yeah, you know, just the fact that America is so freaking, like we have it so good here, man. Especially with like how we can just say anything. You know, with the freedom of speech, we can say anything we want. That's why I love so much. Like people can speak their mind, say their opinions. You know, even if we disagree, or if it's not right or whatever, you're still allowed to say it. You know, that's the thing about it. You know, because a lot of other countries are not like that. Like right now, I could say some crazy thing like fuck Donald Trump or fuck Joe Biden. Like I'm basically talking shit to the president of the United States, right? And nothing's gonna happen to me because I have the right to say that. I can say that. That's my opinion. You know, I can talk shit if I want to. But other countries are not like that at all, man. They don't have that liberty. They don't have that freedom. Like extreme example, but like in North Korea, man, I think there was it wasn't even a citizen there, but like a American flew to North Korea to visit. I don't know how the hell they even got in there. I thought it was like hard as fuck to get in there. Maybe they're like a journalist or something. But anyway, there was an American that was in North Korea, right? And while they were there, they did this something crazy, man. They saw like a poster or something of Kim Jong Un on the wall, and that's the leader of North Korea. If you didn't know, by the way, Kim Jong Un. And North Korea is really freaking crazy. If you didn't know, like do your research. Just some, I don't know, man. Like people need to do something about it. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm too dumb. Maybe I shouldn't speak on this. I'm just saying shit. But yeah, a guy from America was in North Korea and he saw like a poster of Kim Jong Un on the wall, right? I think he tore it down or something like that, or he did something to the poster. And just by tearing down that poster, he was like beat to death. Like they beat the fuck out of this dude. They beat him so hard, and they sent him back to America on a plane. And I think as soon as he stepped out the plane, he collapsed and died or passed out from all the freaking beatings that they did to him. So they beat the fuck out this guy just for tearing down a poster of Kim Jong Un, their leader. But in America, we can say so much shit. We can talk so much shit to the president, say our opinions about how they're not good. This is how we don't agree with how they're running it, or this rule, this and this. We can like draw outrageous, offensive things, art of them too, and not be in trouble. We can do all types of shit and not be in trouble, because this is America. We have the freedom to do whatever we want. That's what's so good about America. All the other countries are not like that at all. Like the example I gave with North Korea. And America's, even though it seems dangerous, if you look at the news with like people doing shootings, people robbing, or people doing whatever, honestly, I think in general America is pretty safe compared to the rest of the world. Because obviously, first of all, the news is only going to show the bad things, because people only want to see bad news. Nobody wants to see some good news. People want to see bad news. So of course the news is only going to show all the negative stuff that's going on in the world, so it's going to make it seem like it's worse. But if you go out there, it's not really that bad, to be honest, or at least in my experience. Depends where you're at. But yeah, other countries are crazy, man. Especially like Mexico, for example, how they have the cartel. Like from what I heard, the cartel like pretty much runs Mexico. Like they have more money than the government. They're bigger than the government. The freaking cartel, man. They do whatever the fuck they want. Like I heard there's like some villages out there, or I don't know what's the correct term, but like little rural areas, and the cartel just be running through it, riding or driving through it with their cars, and they got their weapons out and everything. And the cops be looking at them and seeing it, and they just let them pass, because if they were to confront the cartel and do something, the cartel are going to start spraying and start a war and kill everybody. So the cops have no choice but to just let them pass. Also, if they cause them trouble, the cartel's going to start shooting, and then there's going to be a whole war. So, they be running things over there. It's like kind of scary, not going to lie. Things that go on over there. Like, here's another story that I heard. I actually heard this story from another podcast called Genius Brain with David So. But he said that there was a Korean church. They had like a mission trip or something like that. Anyway, one of the mission trip to Mexico, and then while they were there, one of the church members, a woman, got kidnapped, right, by the cartel. And when she was kidnapped, they asked for a ransom, right? They asked for a certain amount of money. They asked for a ransom from the church, from the family, and then the church and the family, they were only able to raise so much. I think they raised like half the amount of the ransom, so they sent half the money, half the amount to the cartel. And the cartel sent back a girl. That's good. But they sent back half the girl. They cut her in half. That's how fucking vicious they are, man. That's how crazy it is out there. None of that shit like that don't be happening in America, man. We don't have like a drug cartel. Well, people would think like the pharmacy and stuff. I don't know. That's another conversation. But we don't have like a freaking criminal organization cartel that's like kidnapping people, ransoming them and stuff, America's pretty good, man. I think people gotta appreciate it. A lot of people be talking so much shit about America, complaining about this, but man, you gotta have some perspective, man. Look at the rest of the world, what they're going through. They're going through so much more shit, way more shit than any of us, in general. Of course, there's people that have really horrible lives here, but in general, most of us are really living pretty good, even if we're like living poor. The poor in America is like the rich in freaking Thailand or anywhere else. You know, everywhere else is so, it's just messed up, man. That's why I'm trying to go traveling, because I know all this stuff. I heard stories. I know how it is in other countries. But it's one thing to know about it, and another thing to actually go and visit and see it with your own eyes, you know? So it kind of opens up your perspective and stuff. But yeah, man, we're really, really lucky to be in America, man. Really, really lucky. It's pretty good here. Pretty good. Especially like us immigrants. Well, I'm not an immigrant, but I'm saying like children of immigrants. Like our parents were in those countries going through shit, and they traveled all the way over here, made a new life in a new country, learned a new language, and now they gave us and now we're the second generation, and they made it so easy for us, and they gave us a good head start, man. I appreciate my parents so much for that, because it's so easy. America's pretty good, man. We can say what we want, you know. We're not really struggling with food and water, man, you know. So when you're like, I guess when people are not really worrying about survival, you know, they have other first world problems, you know, like what's the meaning? What's my purpose? You know, in other countries, they don't have fucking time to worry about their meaning of life or their purpose. They're trying to survive, put food on the table for their family, you know. That's how it is. But in America, we have the privilege, the freaking luxury of having, you know, worrying about what's our purpose and stuff, because we don't have to worry about survival, because America is pretty good already, you know. So I'm just really grateful. I'm very grateful. You know, when we all have our days where we're like complaining, you know, talking about shit, having a bad day. But you know, when it happened, like, I remember, even though my problems are this, it's nothing compared to what other people are going through in other places of the country. You know, I'm very grateful to be here. Very grateful to have this life. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. If I want to, I could just go drive to Popeyes, spend like $10, get like so much chicken, you know, get like, man, life is good, man. Life is good. I'm about to go get some Popeyes, actually. I'm craving it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go get some Popeyes. Actually, I'm hungry. But yeah, appreciate you for listening, man. You know, I'm just trying to say my shit, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know, man. But I hope you got something good out of it, you know. You know, whatever, man. Anyway, I appreciate you for listening and take your time out today to watch me and shit. Anyway, hope that made sense. Hope you got something out of that, man. Hope it provided some value to you. Thank you again for listening. Goodbye, my friend.
Yeah.